Good morning, everyone. My name is Kitty, a fourth-year grad student in Shoulder Lab. I am honored to be here with you for the opening of 2018 PGS Career Symposium. Today, we have three speakers from both industry and academia to share their experiences and exciting stories with us. They are Jessie from Dow DuPont, Erica from Donna Danforth Science Center, and Tom from Cornell. Let's give them a round of applause to welcome them. Today is a special career symposium because in addition to the advice from the speakers, we highlight the importance of mentoring. We believe mentorship plays an important role in one's career development, and its value has been underestimated in the past years. Based on this idea, we initiated PGS Mentorship Program last year, and now let's take a closer look at the program, who we are, and what we do. If I have to use one word to describe the biggest problem in grad school in terms of job hunting for students, I would say isolation. For grad students, we have 4 summers in grad school. And for most of you, here's the schedule. The first summer, second summer, third summer, and the fourth summer. You stay in that for the whole summer, every single year. Some people are going to say, hey, that's not good. You should network and meet people to build connections. You should go to conferences and do internships in the summer. Yes, I agree. This is absolutely correct. But if you say so to the student, this is how they feel. Don't they understand it's very important to do networking? Don't they want to go to conferences and do internships in the summer? They do. They all understand the principles and they know what to do is better for their career. However, for all kinds of reasons, they can't. Therefore, we're here to help. If you cannot go outside to meet people, we bring the experts to you. PGS Mentorship Program is designed for PhD students, postdocs, and technicians. Our purpose is to provide career advice and the professional development resources and facilitate the communication. Therefore, by joining our program, one can get to know all kinds of experts in the different fields, such as a researcher in a big company or a professor at a prestigious university. You are not alone anymore, since we will arrange a whole team of experts to back you up. So based on this idea, we initiated the PGS Mentorship Program in 2017. And excitingly, we received a lot of responses. So last year, we matched 12 pairs of mentor-mentees, and out of the 12 mentees, 5 are grad students, 5 are postdocs. Well, for the mentor, the distribution was not uneven. 2/3 are from industry, which makes sense since the connection between industry and us is the least available one. As one of the mentees last year, I enjoyed my experience a lot and I would like to share it with you here briefly. So by joining this program, I created a 1-page resume and a 2-page research summary. And luckily, my resume led me to 3 different types of interviews from 2 different companies. For different reasons, for example, I'm not a US citizen or I'm not graduating in a year, I didn't actually get a position. But I truly feel lucky to have those valuable experiences before I start looking for a job myself. In addition to the career-related experiences, I got another treasure out of this program, which is a new friend. You may think mentor and mentee communicate very formally through emails, and it takes a day or two to get their responses. But that's not how it works for Drew and me. We text each other and share interesting things in life, just like friends. For example, I showed him the teddy bear bread I made for group meeting once. He showed his daughter, and she loves it a lot. Later, they recreated the cute food together, and here is the teddy bear waffle they made. To be honest, this is the part I enjoyed the most during the program. I love seeing the cute selfie he took with his super cute daughter after a performance at a restaurant, and I love sharing all kinds of funny and silly things in my life. Personally, I believe this type of friend mode communication is very important in mentorship. The more we understand each other, the more effective and beneficial this mentorship is. So, although overall we were doing great in the first year, there were some problems. From the end of year survey, we can see almost one-fourth of the mentees thought that there could have been more communication. Well, almost half of the mentors had this feeling. One of the mentors was not happy since his mentee never responded to his email for the whole year. Honestly, I was shocked by this. We didn't force anyone to join our program, so why would someone who had no interest and reluctant to communicate apply this program? To solve this issue, I made 3 major changes after taking over as the organizer this year. So although I would say it's mostly the mentee's fault to ignore his mentor, but I do see some problems on our side. And personally, I think the biggest problem is that we had a bad brand positioning. Last year, we were running the business following a low-end strategy. Everyone is welcome, everyone can participate as long as you applied. In this situation, there's no selection, no commitment, and no punishment. In this situation, it makes sense that someone may just want to try it out for fun, just like HM. It's so cheap and affordable to everyone. So people buy and throw away all the time. So to change this situation, I propose to change from low end to high end, from opening to everyone to a selected elite program. Just like Hermes. It's not only expensive, but extremely limited. That's why whoever got a Birkin will cherish that for the whole life. So in details, the first step is to limit the number of participants per year. This year, we have 6 pairs, which is the half of last year. Smaller group, but much higher quality is what I want. Secondly, in addition to the questionnaire we had last year, I talked to every applicant in person to make sure they are serious about this decision and the application. And thirdly, we'd rather go without than have something shabby. So in other words, the mentor and the mentee will only be paired if I think what the mentor has is what the mentee is looking for. We don't have to match everyone in the pool just for more participants. I believe it is way more important to make sure the matched pairs are very likely to have good experiences than simply pursue a popularity of a service. So another big change I made is to make this program more structured. This is also most of the mentors suggested last year during the survey. So when we started this program officially this year, I sent out every mentor and mentee a detailed guidance, including a to-do list. If we zoom in, you can see in the first half of the year, I anticipated the mentee to know more about themselves and their mentors. They should realize what they want to do in the future and how they should prepare for it now. In the second half of the year, they should start doing something for real, including build a ready-to-go resume and try to apply any positions with the resume. I believe one can learn the most by actually going through all of these procedures than being an armchair quarterback. So, in addition to the guidance, we will also have a semi-annual meeting for all the mentees. So all the mentees will gather together and share their process with the mentors. And based on their update, we will give evaluations and suggestions to the mentees. Lastly, I want to have a showcase for our program. Such an awesome and useful program should not only exist as a plain text of email, and I want everyone to actually see the mentor and the mentees and interact with them. And most excitingly, as you can see, it is happening now. I am so proud and happy that all the changes I proposed last year are being realized this year, and I truly hope that all the mentors and the mentees will enjoy and benefit from our program. The path to success is much more difficult and complicated than what people think, but I hope we can make it easier for you. Thank you.